Picture this, you're sharing an office with a colleague. Outside, it's freezing cold. Inside, the heater is set to level 3 and you feel comfortable. But after lunch, you walk back in and the room feels way too hot. You check the radiator. It's been turned up. So you turn it down again, only to see your colleague walk over and turn it back up 5 minutes later. Now, here's the challenge. What happens next? How do you find a solution? And is it even possible for both of you to win? This simple story opens the door to one of the biggest skills in business: effective communication. Now it's time for the listening practice. Dwight Robinson heads the Department of International Sales at Nakatomi Corporation. He is one of the most innovative managers in the company and played a major role in making Nakatomi successful. He wants to negotiate a pay raise with his boss, Mr. Yamamoto. Listen to their conversation and fill in the gaps for the 5 statements below. Pay attention to the expressions used in the dialogue to clarify information and to express opinions.
Yes, this is very encouraging, and I'm looking forward to seeing the figures for the 3rd and 4th quarter. Now, let's talk about you, Dwight. You have been with us for a long time.
Yes, for over 15 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. It is certainly a challenging but satisfying job.
I'm very glad to hear it. Well, I have read the proposal you forwarded me, and I have to say, though, that a pay increase of 10% is out of the question. You know you are already at the top of the pay scale.
To be honest, Mr. Yamamoto, that is really rather disappointing. You know we are talking about my first pay raise in more than 4 years. I have managed to acquire a lot of new customers and increase order volume with existing customers. Surely that deserves recognition, doesn't it?
Dwight, I strongly believe that we can come to an agreement. Unfortunately, though, I just cannot agree to 10%. I can defend an increase of 4% to the members of the board, but that is really as far as I'm willing to go.
4%? That's not a great deal, is it?
Dwight, there is a simple explanation for this. If you remember, none of the staff have had a pay raise in the last 4 years because business had been very difficult. Bonus payments were also suspended. And as you know, last year we awarded a pay raise of 2.5% to our workforce. This year, we will finally be able to reactivate the bonus system. So, you see, if we agree on 4%, you will receive a higher pay raise than everyone else.
What do you mean by a higher pay raise? The next staff pay raise is due in August, and if they negotiate 1.5% for the next 12 months, I will only break even and not have gained anything.
Well, I did mention that we are going to reactivate the bonus system. That would certainly be an increase in pay.
So, if I understand you correctly, you're telling me that I can take it or leave it.
Dwight, I'm sorry, but 4% is the best I can do.
Mr. Yamamoto, if we can't agree on more than 4%, how about looking at additional perks?
Yes, that would be an alternative. Okay. I feel we should continue this conversation once you have come up with some options. Send me your proposals and we talk again. I'm confident we can work this out.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Mr. Yamamoto. Bye now.
Goodbye.
This is awkward.
Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the speaking practice. Complete the sentences with the phrases below. Let's check the suggested answers. When it comes to business, how do you negotiate? Some people go in hard, aiming to beat the other side, no matter the cost. That's hard bargaining, and it often ends in a lose-lose situation. Others take the opposite approach, soft bargaining, giving in quickly, saying yes too soon and trying not to upset anyone. But there's a third way. Fisher and Ari call it principled negotiating, separating the person from the problem, focusing on mutual gain, and creating win-win outcomes. So which style do you use? And which one actually gets results? Let's move to the next listening practice. It is Friday, 10:03 a.m. Listen to the conversation between Dwight and Mr. Yamamoto and decide if the following statements are true or false. Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the next speaking practice. In the table below, there is a list of problems which you have to solve. The proposals are made by your counterpart. Alternative I shows your proposals. Think of another alternative and enter it in alternative II. Prepare your statements and present them to the class. Remember to use useful phrases to respond to proposals and suggesting solutions. Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to more useful languages. Synonyms are words and phrases that can be used in place of other words. Find the synonyms for the following words and place them in the box below. Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the language practice. Rewrite the statements using the synonyms above for the following words. Let's check the suggested answers. Now it's time for the speaking practice. A member of a trade union and an employers' association meet to negotiate new conditions. Practice giving a new offer using useful language learnt. Great work today, everyone. We explored how communication plays a key role in solving conflicts, negotiating effectively, and finding win solutions in business. You practiced identifying different negotiation styles, creating alternatives, and presenting your ideas clearly. Remember, in business, it's not just about winning, it's about reaching agreements that build trust and long-term success. As you leave today, think about the next time you negotiate, big or small, and which style you'll choose. Thank you for your participation, and I look forward to seeing how you put these skills into action in our next lesson.